The following is a Broncos Broadcast Network production.
Good evening, Davenport Broncos. You are here with Eric Tirado.
And Justin Medina.
And we are here with what will likely be our last game of the season against the Ridge Community Bolts. Now, this will be our very first ever wagon wheel game. And the winner of this game will receive the wagon wheel. So, what do you think?
I think tonight's game is going to be absolute dogfight from both sides of the field, offensive and defensive. There's a long-standing rivalry between Ridge and Davenport ever since Davenport opened 3 years ago, both by players on and off the field.
Absolutely, this rivalry has been established ever since the school of Davenport High School was established. And now we have a very big academic and sport rivalry here. Now, what do you expect to see for today's game as we go against a 2-7 Ridge Community Bolts?
Well, that's already a good thing to hear, 2-7. Last year we did not fare so great against Ridge, but we're a lot better team this year, and so I'm expecting something great.
Absolutely, we seem a lot more prepared. We definitely had a better season. We are 5-4 right now, which breaks our record for most wins on a school year. Now, as this game begins to start, I do agree with you. I do believe that it's going to be a dogfight all the way around. Don't be surprised. Oh.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? And the home of the brave.
So, like I was saying, I do agree with you, Justin. I do believe that it's going to be a very big dogfight here. And do not be surprised if you see a very physical game today.
Well, I would love to see some rough play from these teams. Definitely want to see their hearts put into this game.
Absolutely. I want to see these teams fight with everything they've got.
And the Bolts come breaking through their banner as they make their way to the center of the field. Getting ready to start this game. Broncos soon to follow.
And now the Broncos go to the center of the field.
So before we start this game, what are some things you're expecting to see from Aiden George?
I do expect to see Aiden George throw the ball more. I feel like we've changed our game plan as the season went on to become more of a throwing team. We haven't really been rushing that much. But you do see we do adjust a lot during our games depending on our opponents. If Ridge has a very good run defense, we're going to pass the ball more. And if Ridge has very good passing defense, we're going to run the ball more. And you do like to see those types of adaptations from our team.
And who do you expect to be the big playmaker out there on the field today?
Honestly, I do definitely expect Aiden George to be the playmaker on the field on offense. because this is definitely his prove-it game. You know, he's a senior, and he definitely wants to prove himself to be a real ball player. And on defense, you can say a lot of players. The twins, the Barabino twins, could show off really nicely there. Of course, Giovanni Jimenez is always on the field, is always ready to make a big play. But overall, I think this team is going to play very well today. And Ridge kicks off. It's going to be returned by number 0. And he gets tackled at about the 37. Decent blocking there from Davenport.
A good way to start the game for the Broncos.
Interested to see what formation they go with here. It is 1st and 10 now. As you see, we are playing with a running back in the backfield, so we are going to mix it up, it seems.
Looks like the first play of the Broncos' last game is going to be a
run
double
by number
handoff
14,
to number 14.
and they're open!
And he's taking it down the
goodness.
field!
First play of the game, and he breaks away for a touchdown! From the 40-yard line, it's going to be a 60-yard touchdown. A very, very lethal run there.
The Broncos starting off very hot, and I'm left speechless.
Yeah, I can see that. You're definitely left speechless there. What an amazing run. It was off of the trick play. They assumed that number 4 was going to run the ball, and then he swings it back to number 14. And they didn't know what to do there, and it's going to be a touchdown. Weighing the extra point, it is 7-0. What an amazing start from the Davenport offense. And the kick is good. What do you think of that?
I definitely wasn't expecting this start to the game. I wanted them to come out big, but a touchdown is something I never expected.
Yeah, I definitely did not expect that at all. Although Ridge is not playing very, very good this year, they are still definitely a very capable team, so it's very impressive for Davenport to do that. Maybe this is the start of something huge in the rivalry. Wow. And now Davenport's punting unit is out there on the field. We'll see what their defense does, but their offense looks very explosive to start off the game.
And now Ridge has a chance to strike back and send a message of their own against the Broncos.
Taking a few moments to ready up for their punts. Oh, it's going to be an onside kick. Oh,
But Ridge is going to gain control of the ball at about the 45, it seems.
Very, very strange formation there from Davenport. A surprise onside kick, you could say.
Yeah, definitely a weird way to start.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not even sure if that's legal. They just ran straight to the ball, and they did the onside kick, but Ridge was ready enough for it. Very, very strange there. But it got me.
Yeah.
And now Ridge's offense is out there at the 45-yard line. There's a running back there. 1st and 10. And they're going to run to start the game down the middle.
Under 3.
For minimal to no gain. Great run defense there from Davenport. Let's see if this continues. But they definitely seem like they're playing with more passion here. 2 plays, 2 very good plays for Davenport. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 here. Two running backs in the backfield. We'll see what they do. It's going to be a run from number 2. And he gets some space before going down with about half of the yards he needs for the first.
We're gonna have about 3rd and 5 for the Bolts to go. Excuse me.
All right, as you see, they tested out their running game here. You assume that they're gonna pass the ball on a 3rd and medium, and we'll see what they get going here. Still have 1 running back in the backfield. 2 receivers on the left side.
Looks like we might get to see what the Bolts receivers are cooking with. He's gonna scramble out. Not too much
He's gonna
time.
try and throw the
avail-
ball. It's a
tries to
bad
get
ball.
rid of it. Sends it out.
It's a good pass rush there from the Davenport defensive line. And he delivers a bad ball out of bounds. It's going to be 4th and 5. We'll see what they do.
Looks like the Bolts are gonna bring out their punting team onto the field.
And Davenport has been very explosive all year on the return team. So we'll see if they get something going. Punt is off. It's a decent punt there from Ridge. Number 1 is going to let it fall, and there's going to start where the ball ends up. It's going to be at about the 20-yard line. Mediocre starting field position from Davenport here, but we'll see what they do. They only had 1 offensive play this game, and it was a 60-yard touchdown. Do you expect to see more trick plays here from Davenport?
You would like to see a bit of conformity to the game, but trick plays is always something amazing to watch,
Of course.
entertainment-wise.
Yeah, you're going to try it until it works. That's what I assume. But you can't do it too much before it becomes predictable. Davenport typically likes to run the ball on 1st and 10, but they have 1 running back in the backfield, so it might happen. And the defensive line jumped. It's going to be an offside. No, excuse me. It's going to be a neutral zone infraction. From the defense, it's going to push them up 5 yards. Good cadence there from the Davenport offense.
1st and 5 for the Broncos.
Now they're starting off at about the touchback position, 25-yard line. It's going to be trips on the right side for Davenport here on 1st and 5.
Looks
It's going to be a
we're
run play down the middle. And he gets some separation, breaks a few tackles, and gets the 1st down. Tries to do a spin move, and he gets the 1st down. It's a good tackle there. Yeah, it seems like they're going to utilize their run game a lot here. They do not have any respect for Ridge's run defense.
Yeah, if their run game seems to work successfully and consistently, then why not keep using it, you know?
Absolutely. They get constantly getting 1st downs. It's 1st and 10. They're going to do another run play down the middle. Gets space. It gets another very, very healthy run, about an 8-yard gain.
Looks like he's going to have about 2 or 3 yards to go to get this 1st down.
Isaiah Pierre is the running back there. He seems like he's going to get very, very active in this game. You know what they say? If it is not broke, don't fix it. Excuse me. Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it. The run game seems to be very efficient. 2nd and about 2. Empty backfield here,
Looks
though.
like we're going to go for a big pass here. Motion by number 4.
Gonna be
He's
Isaiah
gonna keep the
Pierre. He
ball.
gets some more space.
1st down.
And
Still going up the sideline.
Oh,
Not down yet.
That might be. They're not going to call a flag there for a horse collar, but it is a very, very good run by Isaiah Pierre. He might be Davenport's star boy this game.
Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 34.
You see, Ridge's defender got him from the back of the jersey and got the tackle there. But again, I do not believe that they're going to try out a lot in the passing game until the run seems to fail. But it's an empty backfield here on 1st and 10.
Looks like we're seeing something similar to the other side of the field this
There's a
time.
down the middle
He gets another good hole.
for a good tackle there to get them about half of the yards they need for the line of gain. It's going to be 2nd and 6. You're going to expect another run here. It's a very prime position for it. One running back in the backfield. Handoff down the middle.
He gets another good gap to go through and picks up the first down.
Absolutely. He took 2 defenders with him, and it's going to be another first down. It's approaching 1st and goal. I believe that they are in the red zone now. No trick plays since the very first here. I do also want to acknowledge that a lot of the players are wearing green tonight. I do think it's a nice touch.
I think that might be our seniors who are wearing green tonight.
Regardless, it does look very nice on the players, I believe.
It does.
1st and 10 here for Davenport. Motion by number 12. It's going to be a run by number 12. Goes on the outside before getting nothing there. Gets it out of bounds. A big hit from Ridge. It's going to be 2nd and about the same. It's Christopher Pruitt with the run, the tight end.
The Broncos are within touchdown range. You could expect Aiden to try to sling it in from where he's at.
Absolutely, but the run game is very active, especially with Isaiah there, number 4. Maybe they'll trust him with the ball again, but regardless, it's 2nd and 10. It's going to be another motion by 12, but they're running it with Isaiah down the middle and gets tackled for only a 1 or 2 yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and long for Davenport here.
Looks like Rich might start to be figuring it out.
Yeah, you're going to expect Davenport to do their first passing play of this game on 3rd and long. It's going to be a water break timeout here. Davenport gets to talk it over, deciding what they want to do here. Davenport offense is back on the field here for a 3rd and long. They have a running back in the backfield, but we'll see what they do. It's going to be a motion again by number 12. It is going to be the first passing play of the game.
Looks like he's looking
He
for
runs
number
to the right
12.
side.
Slings it out
Might
to
be a
him.
touchdown.
Touchdown, Broncos!
A nice touchdown there from number 12. It's going to be a touchdown to Christopher Pruitt. 13-0. Waiting the extra point. It was a beautiful play there by number 12. They wanted to trust him again, and he got wide open for the trick play. It's very, very good play calling here from the Davenport coaching staff.
100%. Definitely a turn of tables from previous matchups with these two teams.
Absolutely. They're already up by 2 touchdowns halfway through, and it's going to be a flag here. Excuse me, halfway through the first quarter. Could be offsides by Ridge. And the ball just barely. Oh, he misses it. I believe he missed it low. It's going to be 13-0 Davenport. But still in a very good position here. Good throw by Aiden. Great run by Christopher Pruitt. And after seeing that, do you expect them to utilize the passing game more, or do they want to trust the rush?
I say they can trust both styles of play here. The run game has been working well. The Ridge did stop it a couple times in the red zone, but their pass seemed to work just fine as well. So you never know what the coaches might try to cook up.
Of course, but you do like seeing these very creative plays. It reminds you a little bit of Andy Reid. You just want to try anything and see if it works. Of all the things you see today, who would have thought that we see a Coach George masterclass?
Not in a while, I'd say.
Davenport ready to punt. Oh, I did believe that they were going to go for the onside kick again, but they were going to line up for the punts. Well, who knows? They do trust their defense a lot. It's going to be a normal punt here. It's going to be a very good kickoff.
Caught by number 3.
Finds a few gaps down the middle.
He's got some good blockers ahead of him.
Before a nice tackle there at about the 45-yard line. That was Michael McDaniels there. They get pretty good field position here. We'll see if they can capitalize on it. Their offense has been looking pretty stagnant as of right now, though, but it's only been 6 minutes in the game. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 45. Of course, Davenport does play a nickel defense. It's going to be a run by number 3.
No gain, it looks like.
And I do want to point something out. Their quarterback does look like a pretty big man. I want to see if he's pretty useful on his feet there. It's going to be 2nd and 9 here for Ridge. Another running play down the middle.
Trusting their run again.
Seems like both teams are going to trust their run a lot this game. Maybe they just choose not to utilize the pass. But it does make you question the ability of Ridge's quarterback.
Definitely. We've only seen one pass out of him so far.
It wasn't a great one either. He got pressured pretty quickly. It's 3rd and long. You're going to see another pass here, I assume. It's going to be a running back in the backfield, though. It's going to be a passing play by the quarterback. He scrambles to the right side.
Looks like he's going to get swarmed again.
Almost got sacked.
Ends up to picked
picked
off by number 22.
Number 22. He might take it all the way, and he does it. It's going to be about midfield. Oh, my goodness. He tries to dump it off to his receiver, but he couldn't cradle it, and number 22 comes down with it. It's going to be inside Ridge's territory there. An amazing interception. Great awareness by number 22 on Davenport. He's going to remember that one for a while. Very, very good defensive play there. He showed his awareness.
100% and staying committed as well.
Absolutely, he never gave up on the play regardless of seeing the wide receiver there. Ready to attempt to catch the ball. There, I do not want to blame it on the quarterback. He had the ability to dump it off, and he did, but the wide receiver just couldn't cradle it. And two things, I do want to give some credit to Davenport's pass rush. And I do think that Ridge's quarterback could have stayed in the pocket a little bit more as well. Maybe trust his offensive lineman. But regardless, it's Davenport ball at about the 45. Now Davenport's offense back on the field, looking to make it a 3-possession game by the midway of the first quarter. Playing a very, very good game. It's going to be an empty backfield here. You might see a motion by one of the backs, or maybe Christopher Pruitt again. There's going to be a timeout here.
You know what we haven't seen so far? A play to Aiden's #1 receiver, Carl.
Yeah, I do agree with you there, but they are going to test out their running game for sure. They do love it this game. First and 10 at the 45. A run and play by Aiden. He bounces out to the outside, finds a gap, and gets a healthy gain. Might give him enough for the first down. That is Aiden's first run of the night.
Looks like they're going to mark Aiden just a yard short of the first down.
It's 2nd and 2. They need 2 yards here. Yeah, you're definitely going to expect a run here, but it's an empty backfield for Aiden. There's going to be a motion by number 5 as he goes to the right side. That's a motion by number 2.
Number 2's going to take it.
It's going to be a flea flicker, but... Oh, Aiden can't find a gap. It's going to be there for about no gain.
Looks like they might have been pushed back a little bit by that one.
Yeah, they tried to go deep into their cookie jar, but they couldn't find a gap there. Bridge was expecting it. It's going to be a loss. It's going to be third and 6, so I pushed them back a lot there. And Aiden was definitely just wanting to run that entire play. He definitely wasn't looking for a pass. It was definitely a designated run. And in 3rd and medium, you're going to probably see the second pass of the game. As you have someone in the backfield, that'll be number 5. Snap is going to be back there. It's going to be a nice pass. He tries to find something. Let's go. Good tackle.
Looks like they're going to pick up another first down.
A great pass there, calm and collected by Aiden George. He didn't move at all in that pocket, showing a lot of trust in his offensive lineman. And with one in the backfield, they might test out their running game again. It's 1st and 10. About the 30. Oh, it's going to be another passing play. The ball comes up short, but he did not catch it. The referees call it incomplete. The ball could have been targeted a little better, but that is Aiden's first incompletion of the game. He is 2 for 3. So as a 2nd and 10, they might want to test out the run again. Maybe they're saving the pass for 3rd and medium to long situations. But it's working very well. It's going to be a run by number 5. Goes to the outside. Can't really find anything. It's going to be a great tackle there by number 1 on Ridge's defense.
The Broncos are not going to pick up anything there.
Yeah, it's going to be a tackle for loss there. It's going to be a great play, and now they're forced to throw again on 3rd and long.
I would like to see them resort to the pass before a 3rd and long situation. But even in this type of look they're given, they can still create.
We'll see what the receivers do here. They're very capable. Third and 12. He drops back to pass. Tries to find somebody. Throws a deep ball to number 2. Couldn't find him. It's going to be a bad ball. Doesn't touch anybody. It's going to be 4th and 12 here. Now you wonder what they do here. The Ridge's offense is not produced at all this game, and they're in Ridge's territory, so you wonder what they do.
Well, the Broncos are a pretty bold team, and we have gone for it in situations like this before.
Absolutely, but it would not be a bad play to try and pin them within their own 5, because they might get a very good event, as in a safety or an interception. And they are going to go for it on 4th and 12. Empty backfield. They put out all their receivers. 3 on the right side, 2 on the left. See, very calm in the pocket. Throws a strike down the middle, and it's not going to be completed. It's going to be Ridge's ball at about the 40. Pretty good defense there from Ridge. Yeah, they figured out how to contain Davenport's run on that drive, and it caused them to stale out. So Davenport's defense is back on the field.
No points on the board yet for the Bolts. Let's see what they can do here. Minute 19 left to go in this first quarter.
It's going to be 2 safeties deep. It's going to be a run play down the middle for a nice tackle by number 0.
Ridge doing a lot with their run game, but not seeing much reward out of it. I hope to see them change it up soon.
Yeah, but the passing game has not been very effective either. Yeah, their offense has just been pretty stagnant. It's going to be 2nd and 7. So the clock is running down for the first quarter. It is 13-0. And they look to pass. Tries to find somebody. And he gets sacked.
Well, now we know why Ridge is not passing.
Yeah, the
looks like they might have to go back to their run.
Well, they're definitely going to pass here on 3rd and long. The receivers seem to not get open. And the quarterback did not want to throw a very bad ball there. It was an amazing tackle there as well, chasing down the quarterback, not letting him get the ball off. It's 3rd and 14. So
Ridge in a position where they have to get a pass off in order to continue this drive.
Absolutely, but the DBs are doing a great job containing the receivers.
And the first quarter has come to an end, 13-0 for the Broncos.
All right, it's about to start here. The start of the second quarter. It's 3rd and long for Ridge. It's got to be a throwing play. And it seems to be a flag of some sorts. Well, it seems to be no movement here. It might have been that the referees didn't blow the whistle to signal the start of the second quarter. Yeah, they stay about the same. It's 3rd and 14 here. It's taking a while to get the quarter to start. I apologize.
Ridge at a 3rd and 13 situation.
It's going to be an empty backfield here. Further showing that they're going to go for the pass. Never mind, their running back goes back into the backfield. And of course, the safeties are deep back, trying to stop the first down. Oh, it was supposed to be a motion by number 21, but it came in late.
From 21.
It's going to be pass. He tries to look for them. It's going to be a medium length pass before it gets tackled.
Looks like he finds his mark for about a 3 to 4 yard gain.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely not going to get them anywhere.
My apologies. Quite a big gain.
Yeah, I did not
picked up by Ridge.
Absolutely. I did not see the yards after the catch there. I do want to apologize. They could not get the tackle, but it seems like their punt unit is out anyway. They do not want to risk it on 4th and 3 in their own side. It's a pretty good punt there.
Picked up.
Oh,
touched by number 0.
It might be.
Looks like Ridge might have it.
He touched the ball there prematurely, and he did not make the catch. He definitely want to get the run back there. Well, it seems like it's going to be
officials calling in all the help for this one.
Well, it was almost a really good opportunity for Ridge.
I couldn't exactly pick apart who came away with the ball there at the end, though.
Well, after the muff punt, Davenport recovers, and it's going to be at about the 35. Or about the 30.
Ridge ball.
Well, I apologize for the mistake, but it seems to be Ridge's ball. They did recover the muff punt. It was hard to see in the pile there from the box, but Ridge definitely ended up with the ball.
A timeout called by the Broncos.
Ridge's offense back down the field. They have very, very good field position. They'd like to see some points out of this outcome in the muff punt. But Davenport's defense has been playing incredible this game. It's going to be a run by the quarterback down the middle. And he gets a healthy gain there on 1st down before getting tackled.
Amazing acceleration coming out of that quarterback, the way he just was able to take off with that ball.
Especially considering that he's a bigger guy there. You did not expect him to have those type of legs. But it was good acceleration there for about 5 or 6 yards. 2nd and 5. It's going to be a run by the running back there. Tries to cut in, but an amazing tackle by number 0. It's going to be a leg tackle there. He tried to hurdle above him, but it just did not work at all. No gain. It's going to be 3rd and medium. It actually counted as a tackle for loss there, so now it's 3rd and medium. Is this go for a territory for Ridge? I definitely say so. See, their offense is definitely not producing. They're in their own side. They're in their own territory, so you definitely expect them to go for it if they do not convert here. It's gonna be a run by the quarterback. Seems to get some space. It looks like it's gonna be a first down.
First
and he bounces
down, still
out.
on his feet. Pushed out of bounds by the Broncos defense.
Amazing elusiveness from the quarterback for Ridge there. Yeah, he
Makes
definitely-
his way into the 10 of the Broncos.
Yeah, he has amazing field presence there, which you'd expect out of a quarterback, but not every quarterback has good field presence when it comes to running the football. It's going to be 1st and 10 here, so they're not quite in Davenport's 10 yet. But now they seem like they're going to use the quarterback a little bit more in the running game. Handoff there. Number 3 nearly gets the first down there. Another healthy run. Ridge is definitely looking to get some points on the board. Second and 5 here. Second and 5 here for Ridge. 3 wide receivers on the right, but it does seem like another running play.
Looks like they're going to...
Oh, he's going to fumble it! Oh, that definitely seems like
Fumble in the
Davenport's ball
Broncos
there.
red zone.
That definitely seemed like Davenport's ball. About 3... It seemed about 3 or 4 Davenport defenders were there.
It's going to be a Davenport ball.
Yeah, Ridge definitely did not want to see that. This was one of their only opportunities so far in the game to score, and they just fumbled it in the red zone. They can't make those mistakes, but it's amazing defense there from Davenport, and they're going to get the ball back in the red zone. So it stays 13-0 instead of points for Ridge. That's already 2 turnovers from the Davenport defense. You're gonna see, you saw an interception and a fumble here already in this first half. They're definitely playing with some fire. It's gonna be 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Long way to go for this Broncos offense. Let's see how good of a drive they can create here.
It's gonna be a
Looks
run
like they're
here
gonna
by
start off with
Isaiah.
a
He
running
tried-
play.
Oh, and
Tries
there's
a
a
double
fumble,
handoff.
maybe in the end zone. Oh, it's a safety. Wow. A very, very
Awkward occurrence to see in
Yeah,
football. You don't see a safety come up on the board very often.
absolutely definitely not on a play like that either. Looking back at it, Isaiah definitely should have just ran the ball there, but he wanted to get a little fancy with it.
Looks like the 2 main characters of that play ran into each other when they were supposed to hand the ball off.
Yeah, you definitely saw that. He wanted to see the handoff, but maybe he didn't want the ball. And it was fumbled in the end zone, but at least it was recovered by Davenport to save 4 points. But it's going to be 13-2 and Ridge's ball. Yeah, that's occurrence of being a little too fancy with the play calling. Sometimes you just have to go back to the fundamentals, especially in your own territory. Yeah, 13-2, a very, very strange score here. Good kickoff.
Good
here.
kickoff.
It goes into the hands, and he
Looks like he's got some blockers.
Oh, and he's still running, and goes right back into Davenport's territory. Great run there from Ridge. Now it seems like they have a little bit of gas in the tank. They have a little momentum. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at Davenport territory. It's going to be from the Davenport 44-yard line. You do expect to see a lot more plays with the quarterback here. He seems like a very elusive runner. Remember, he goes to the right side. He's going to throw it. It's a good catch there from number 7. He tries to break through. Takes a lot of defenders with him. It's going to be a flag. He did not want to go down. And it seems like a first down, barring the penalty. You wonder if the flag's on the defense. But the offense is going back, maybe for the huddle. It's going to be a face mask from the defense. Tack on 15 to that play.
Disappointing penalty to see the Broncos give up there.
So, and their defense does seem like it's getting more and more exhausted here. Definitely
Losing
don't want
a
to
little bit of the discipline that they had in the first quarter.
Absolutely. You do not want to see them in the field this much for the first half at the very least, especially with those 2 touchdowns. As the quarterback runs to the left side. And nice tackle there to get nearly a first down. But the clock is running. It was inbounds. Second and 2 here for Ridge. Second and 2. And 3 flags were thrown there on the field. Every single referee saw it. They all flew up at the same time. It's going to be a false start on the offense, bringing them 5 yards back. Second and 7. Second and 7 here, you do expect maybe the same type of play. And it's a quarterback running, bouncing out to the right side. And it's another flag before trucking a defender and getting near the first down marker. It does seem like a holding penalty there. Waiting for the penalty. It had to be discussed. It's going to be a holding on the offense. The penalty is declined. It's going to be a face mask by the offense too. It was 2 penalties on the offense. It's going to take them back a lot there. Yeah, face mask is definitely a huge penalty for both sides of the ball. I'm taking Ridge way back here to about midfield.
Huge penalty against the Bolts.
Absolutely. They lost a lot there. Now it's going to be second and
a century to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, it backs them up a lot considering that they also got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Of course, they're going to look to pass. He throws it deep, and no one is
Couldn't
even
find
close.
his man.
Absolutely, they're going to try the deep ball there every time on second in a Walmart parking lot.
Couldn't reach his intended receiver, number 21. Travoris Black.
So I'm trying to see here. It seems like it's going to be a third and about 28 to be exact. One running back in the backfield, but you're definitely going to see a pass here. He drops back, gets some time, throws it
Finds an
straight
open
to the
receiver,
but he does not come down with it.
Off his hands.
More like his hand. You have two hands for a reason there. He tries to go up with one and it just does not work out.
You would like to see that if you could get a full hand on it, it'll probably be a catch, but I guess that's not the case for Ridge.
Yeah, the receiver definitely had some space there, but could not convert. You're probably going to see a punt. But of course, great defense there and the penalties to destroy this drive for Ridge. A punt is what you're going to see. Oh, it's going to be a great punt there from Ridge, and it's going to be returned. Tries to get some space. It seems to be nearly a horse collar tackle again, but it is not called there. The punt was received by Keyshawn Brown, and he returns it to about the 34. .34 is right. It's going to be an empty backfield here. Three receivers on the right side. Motion by number 20, and they give it a number 20. It's going to be a tackle there for a big loss. Ridge shot the entire way.
Great defense from Ridge.
Yeah, you definitely want to see a little bit more of a pass there, considering that there's three receivers on the right side. It was an empty backfield. It was bound to not work out. But hindsight is 20/20.
Timeout called for a water break. 6 minutes and 12 seconds left in this half. 13-2 Broncos.
It's going to be second and very long for Davenport here. One running back in the backfield. It's going to be a drop back pass by Aiden. Tries to
Has
look
a
for
good
someone.
amount of time. Can't find his man.
Oh, a good target there from Aiden, but the receiver couldn't get into the position to catch the ball. So again, it's going to be a third and very long here for Davenport. They definitely have a passable a capable passing game. Offensive line taking time to discuss it. Aiden's going to start off pretty deep here. There's going to be 3 receivers on the left. You might see that being thrown. Empty backfield, 3rd and long. And number 4 is back there. It's going to be a passing play. It's going to be passing short. Tries to get the yards, and they do not get it there. But a flag on the field, which might get them the yards they need. A holding. Oh, it's going to be a holding against Davenport. Which, Bart being declined is going to send them back way more. Yeah, I don't see the screen pass or the very short pass on 3rd and long. But they trusted the receiver to get the yards after the catch. It just did not happen.
Definitely placing a lot of trust in their lead blockers on that play there.
Yeah, I do agree, but it did not work out well, and now they're back even more.
For a 4th and very long situation, Broncos are forced to punt.
Me personally, if I was Ridge, I would definitely accept this. I would decline this penalty, giving Davenport a 4th and pretty long. Oh, and they are going to decline it, and that's a smart move by Ridge's coaching staff. They already have a 4th and long. Why give them another chance to get the first? It's going to be a punt here by Davenport. It's going to be a very, very good punt here. And it rolls out at about the 36. There was a little bit of contact there, but there was nothing called. Yeah, and it seems like Davenport lost a little of that fire that they had to start this game scoreless through the last 10.
Yeah, definitely seeing a lack of efficiency in this 2nd quarter here.
Yeah, maybe they are gassing out a little bit. Maybe they started off hot, but they gassed themselves. But you do want to see the defense produce here. Give the offense another chance of scoring. It's going to be a run here on 1st and 10. Finds 0 gap.
Locked down by the Broncos defense. No gain.
It's going to be a tackle for loss there. It's going to be 2nd and nearly the same there. Yeah, the Davenport defense was all on that. They definitely do not expect Ridge to pass on most occasions. Their running game does seem to be more effective. 2nd and 10. Swings it out to number 3. The running back all the way back there. And gets minimal gain there. Again, the defense was all on that.
Good defensive playing by the Broncos. Looked like it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Bolts.
Yeah, it seems like the run defense has been playing well all game. I do want to give kudos to the defensive line for Davenport, keeping them honest. The clock is running down. You're only going to see so many more drives in this first half. Well, Ridge has barely been able to get a completion this game, and we'll see if that changes here. He throws it deep. Good defense
Trying to find
there.
number 1. Good defense.
It's great defense there. I believe it was by number 10.
The receiver hoping for a pass interference call.
No, but the
couldn't get it.
defensive back was there the entire time. It's going to be 4th and medium. And you might see a punt here, considering that they want to go into the locker room without Davenport scoring. It was good defense there throughout the entire drive. The punt is off. It's pretty high. Not the greatest punt. And it's
Good bounce.
Oh, absolutely. A great roll for Ridge there, and it's still rolling. Oh, my goodness. Not the greatest punt there from Ridge, but the football gods blessed up there. Bouncing about 20 yards in their favor. And that's going to be 1st and 10 for Davenport. 3:28 left to go in the first half. You might see their passing game more, considering that they have time waiting on the clock. It's going to be a run play here, down the middle. Oh, and great defense from Ridge. Saw the run the entire way. It's going to be another tackle for loss here from Ridge.
Chewed up by Ridge's D-line.
Yeah,
Good move from their defense.
Absolutely. Ridge seems like they are figuring out the run game. The last few runs have been a lot of tackles for loss and even a fumble, which resulted in their only points in the game.
I completely agree. Ridge is definitely starting to figure out Davenport's plan more.
Yeah, but you're going to see that as the time goes on, as it's trips on the right side for Davenport. So it's going to be another run
Trying
here.
another run. Unsuccessful once again.
Yeah, and our point still stands here. Ridge is adapting at a very, very good rate.
Bringing the Broncos to another passing 3rd down. You want to see with this much yards to have to chew up in order to get a score in by the end of this half.
Yeah, absolutely, but it's also
Them pass more.
It's also the same thing for Davenport in the sense of they do not want to see Ridge score any points. They do have a healthy lead, 13-2. They do love their receivers on the right side. They do love running trips. It's a drop back by Aiden. Tries to find someone, but the offensive line collapses.
Scrambles out there.
Scrambles out, tries to get the first down off the run. And it's going to be a tackle just short. It's going to be 4th and medium. A good run there by Aiden, but good was not enough.
Unfortunate that Aiden couldn't get the look he was looking for to send something down the field.
Yeah, trying to make up for it, but Ridge's defense was all there.
Timeout by Ridge. 1 minute and 44 seconds left to go in this half. Broncos punt.
Takes a lot of time, nearly blocked, but the punt comes off and it's a good one. And it also has a half decent roll there. But Davenport
Puts the bolts at around midfield.
Yeah, Davenport's punt team touched it there, unfortunately. Yeah, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Ridge, just inside of Davenport's territory. You want to see this game end off 13-2 by the first half.
Minute 31 left to go.
Yeah, you definitely want to contain this, considering their passing game has not been very potent today. It's going to be an empty backfield. Oh, never mind. Excuse me. But they're going to utilize their passing game, though. Tries to scramble. It might be a fumble there.
Still
if
standing
he
on
isn't
his feet.
careful. And it's gonna
Finally brought down after a big loss.
Yeah, it's going to count as a sack there. Yeah, the quarterback didn't want to go down for the second off. It's gonna be a monster sack though.
Looks like a loss of about 10 yards for the Bolts.
Yeah, and see the quarterback was nearly gonna fumble there, but he decided to secure the ball, and now it's gonna be another passing play here. Tries to swing it to the running back. Oh, and he breaks through 2 defensive linemen.
Looks like he's gonna
He
take
gets a lot of
matters in his
yards.
own
Oh my
hands.
goodness, he's elusive with his
gain.
run. He's very
Finally pushed out of bounds as
Yeah.
he chomps up some valuable yardage.
Yeah, as you can see, he's a very, very elusive runner, and he's done that all game, and he finally finds the gap that he needed. So it's going to be 1st and 10, nearly in the red zone. Very good runs there. They have to watch the quarterback run. It's not very, very easy to get him. He is a bigger quarterback as well. But they only have 46 seconds left. You wonder what they're going to do here. It's going to be a pass for number 1.
Flag thrown.
It seems like they're going to call the pass interference there. He fell on the receiver before the ball got into the range. That's going to be a 50-yard penalty, which practically puts them at 1st and goal. Ridge might score here before the end of the first half. Very, very bad news for Davenport.
Pass interference flag on Davenport. 15-yard penalty, and it's going to move the chains for the Bolts.
The ball seems like it's within the 10. It might be 1st and goal here. Or maybe just outside. 2 running backs in the backfield now. They definitely feel comfortable. And it's going to be another throwing play. Screen pass to the running back. Tries to find a hole, and he nearly does. Or does he? Stop just short of the sticks. As the clock is running, they need to call a timeout. And they do. It's going to be 2nd and very short. They need about 3 or 4 yards to a touchdown.
23.5 seconds left to go in this half.
Absolutely. Davenport needs the goal line stop here if they want to keep this score at 13-2. So it's going to be Ridge's offense back on the field. Now, you wonder if they're going to do a run or a pass in the sense of they only have 22.5 seconds left. They do not want this clock to run. But it's an empty backfield.
No backfield.
He throws it away. Doesn't really give himself a chance there.
Broncos D-line really breaks down that offense there.
Yeah, and they've been doing that all game. They have a very elite pass rush. That's why the quarterback scrambles outside so much. But with the incompletion, the clock is going to stop. You wonder if they don't get it here, will they go for the field goal? You don't see a lot of field goals in high school football.
I wouldn't expect them to go for the field goal. You definitely, as a high school team, you want to put something big on the board.
Yeah, of course,
You know?
but with the field goal, it's going to be a one-possession game. So that might be the smart move for Ridge if they do not convert here. 3rd and short. They try and find somebody. He scrams on the outside. Nearly a good sack. Nearly an intentional grounding there, but he bounces outside of the pocket. It's going to be 4th and short.
4th and very short. Let's see what the Bolts are going to do here to try to put something in the end
Yeah,
zone.
very, very good defense there for Davenport, specifically their offensive line. And number 0 constantly going in there into the backfield, rushing the quarterback as well. Seems like they're contemplating about it. Will they go for it? It seems so. It's 4th and short. And they're going to go for it. It's going to be a passing play. Great
Broken
defense.
up by number 7. Amazing defense from the Broncos. They're going to hold them to 2 points by the end of this half.
That's going to be number 1 there. And like I'm saying, the Barabino twins have been great all season, and they're showing why they're like that here.
Making this senior game definitely count.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see them fired up on the sideline to stop Ridge from scoring. By the end of the half, great defense there. And as you see, Mod and Tez have both been very, very active on the field all game. This has definitely been their game. As DBs, they're getting sacks, they're getting pressures, they're getting tackles. You can nearly call him the MVP of this game.
A very active game for the Twins, for sure.
They kneel it out, and it's going to go into halftime. They're going into the locker room, 13-12, advantage Davenport.
13-2 for the Broncos. As the clock hits 0, both teams head to the locker rooms.
And we are back for halftime. It is 13-2 Broncos advantage. So what do you expect to see in the second half of the last game of the season?
I'm expecting more from the Broncos, more offensively from both teams. Nothing much has been created outside of the first quarter of this game. So I want to see some more points get up on that board.
Yeah, you wonder if the offense can get that spark back. And you could say the same thing about Ridge. You wonder if they made some adjustments by offense. But I do expect to see more offensive firepower here. I feel like the defenses are going to slow down a little bit as the game goes on. But as this goes right now, Ridge starts off with the ball. And the kickoff is a nice one right between all the receivers. And it's going to be picked up by number 4. It's going to be stopped at the 30. Good defense there from Davenport. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Ridge at their own 29-yard line. Now here's the story on defense for Davenport. It's been all the Barabino twins on their last game as a senior. What do you have to say about that?
I say they're really putting their heart and effort into this game, making this one count, seeing as this is their last game of the season here, their last high school game, and so it definitely matters to them.
Yeah, absolutely, and they do want to end off their high school careers with a win against their rivals, and I do believe it would be the first win against Ridge in program history. It's going to be a run by quarterback on 1st and 10. It's going to be a flag there before getting tackled for a short gain. There is a flag down. It's going to be a hold by Ridge to bring them 10 yards back on what would be a short gain. First and 20 here. We'll see what they ponder doing, but they did like their running game for the first play. Oh, and they were looking for a screen pass, but they couldn't find it. So quarterback delivers it low. It's going to be 2nd and 20 now. Good defense there from Davenport. Maybe I was proven wrong about the offense is becoming a little bit more aggressive here. It seems like it's the same old, but you cannot throw very well on Davenport's defense. Second and 20 here. It's going to be a passing play. He tries to find a receiver.
Looking for his man. A flag out before the pass is thrown.
Yeah, good defense there. You know, if anything, the quarterback does seem a little slow on his feet when it comes to passing the football, but when it comes to running, he's very elusive. Which it is a good thing, but it is also a bad thing. Because you do like seeing your quarterback stay in the pocket and trust his offense and just wait for his routes to develop. Another holding for Ridge here.
Third and extremely long for Ridge. Looks like they're not keeping any receivers on the right side of the field.
Yeah, but it's going to be a throwing play to the left. He scrambles outside. Throws a short pass. This receiver's going to be
Picked off by 21!
picked off, and it might go to the house. There's one defender to beat. And he goes between them, and he stops at the 10. A beautiful interception there by number 21.
Magic made on the field as the Broncos pocket an interception.
What a great interception by number 21. He was ready the whole time. He saw how bad the passing game of Rich has been, and it comes down with it, and it's going to be first and goal here. What an amazing, that's our third turnover of the game. So yeah, our defense has been very active to say the least. All our DBs have been making big plays, as well as our D-line playing very well. One running back in the backfield on first and goal. In prime scoring position. It's going to be a motion by number 16. It's going to be a run here. Oh, it's going to be a throw, excuse me. And it's a passing touchdown to number 7. A beautiful pass and play to number 7.
An amazing switch from defense to offense by the Broncos. They punch in another touchdown.
Yeah, and as we see here, this is Aiden's second passing touchdown of the game. He has been very effective today, and you love to see it. And I do want to remind you, in previous matchups against our rival Ridge, we have lost both of them. The games were 36-0 and 43-19. The game, barring an extra point, is 20-2. As the kick is good. So it seems like the entire script has been flipped on its head.
100% seeing the game 20-2 by halftime is just after halftime is amazing.
Yeah, and we've already scored more right now than in our first two meetings combined. It would be 19 points for our first two meetings combined and 20 here by the start of the third quarter. This is a new football team.
And amazing stats for our team as well. What, 2 passing touchdowns from Aiden, around 3 interceptions.
I believe it was 2 interceptions and a forced fumble.
Just great to see for our team.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's 20-2 now. Again, a very obscure score. But nevertheless, we're up by 3 scores. Bridge needs to find something here if they want to stay in this game, or else it can get ugly. But as we've seen, starting off the halves, Davenport has been very explosive at the start of the first half and now at the start of the second half. Davenport's ready to kick off. Ridge is seeing a little demoralized here after that passing touchdown. It's going to be a decent kickoff here. Oh, it is going to be returned. Oh, he finds a gap. Oh my goodness, a great tackle here that will save the touchdown.
Looks like he almost went all the way there.
Yeah, but
if the Broncos end zone was not saved.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 15, it seemed, with a stop that practically saved the touchdown here. Great defense, but also great running by the receiver on Ridge. Yeah, without that tackle, that ball would have went all the way. But nevertheless, it is at the 47, it seems. 1st and 10. There's going to be 2 running backs in the backfield. They bounce it off to the second one, number 3.
To number 3.
Now he finds a gap.
Finds
and
the
now
first
he's
down.
getting a touchdown.
And he has
here.
an open field to go.
Oh my goodness! And they fight right back to 20-9.
First touchdown for the Bolts in this game.
Well, they just made me swallow my tongue there. I said that they seemed a little demoralized, but after one play, they're back in this ball game.
Huge running play for the Bolts.
Yeah, absolutely. Cuts to lead to nearly 10 here. Oh, excuse me. It's going to be 11 barring the extra point. Oh, what an amazing play by the running back there. Caught the defense sleeping. And the kick looks to be good. It is 20-9. And it is a two possession ball game. Ridge is not out of this game yet. The defense just opened up a little too much, and it gave number 3, who's very fast on his feet, a chance to score. Something you did not expect to see there on that first play.
Both teams coming out hot in this first half.
And now Ridge is back there to kick off. Well, at the start of the second half, we said that the offenses will become more explosive, primarily Ridge's, and we have been proven right here. It's a half decent kickoff. And it seems to be... Oh, the kickoff seems to go outside, which would start them at the 40-yard line. So a pretty bad kickoff there from Ridge, and it gives Davenport great field position. Kickoff out of bounds. Excuse me, it starts on the 35. I do believe it is 40 in professional football, though.
1st and 10 for the Broncos.
One running back in the backfield. We'll see what they do here. It's a fake handoff here. Scrambles to the right side. Aiden has a lot of speed.
Flag.
2 flags on the play. What I was going to say was that the offense has yet to slip up in this first half. Bart, it's been a minute and a half. There's 2 flags on the field. We'll see. Seems to be a holding on the offense. And there's 2 flags. There's also a personal foul here. I couldn't see what the personal foul was, but nevertheless, they go back very far. Both penalties accepted. I believe that would be a 25-yard loss with the 10 yards on the holding and 15 yards on the personal foul. So regardless, that would be 1st and 35, which is practically half of the field. So I wonder what they do here.
Be surprised to see the Broncos come out with a run here.
Yeah, of course.
But they do it anyway.
Oh, and they bounced out to the middle, but couldn't find anything. I do believe that they were trying to maybe cut down a little of their yardage before they went for the pass. But nevertheless, it is second and still about just as long.
A lot of yards for the Broncos to make up.
Yeah, it looks like a
Second and still very long.
bad.
Not many
position
yards
here.
picked up on that running play.
Running back in the backfield again. Maybe they're playing damage control for this drive. As a second down. It's going to be another run here. It seems like that's exactly what they're doing. As it's another short yard gain, it's going to be third and a basketball court here.
Third and still very long for the Broncos. Surprised they haven't passed yet.
Yeah, but
They do wait till the third down quite often to utilize their pass.
yeah, they do that very often. It's been one of the problems for Davenport throughout this entire season. But it seems like number 4 might get the direct snap here. Oh, never mind. Aiden comes back on the field now. It seems like they did want to just run it down. Maybe run down the clock here whilst also doing damage control so they don't throw an interception. Give Ridge very good field position. Third and very long. But it's going to be a passing play here. It's going to be dropped back. Scrambles on the inside. Couldn't find anything. He throws it away just in time.
Tosses it away. I'm not sure if you saw that, but number 12 was pretty wide open down the field there.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, but thank you for calling it out. The pocket was collapsing very quickly. Wasn't looking for it, and now it's going to be fourth and very long. It's going to definitely be a punt here. Two flags are out there on the field now. A false start on the punting unit.
The Broncos could not catch a break on this drive.
Yeah, absolutely. It was mistake after mistake here.
All they can hope for is a good punt.
And the punt is not a great one, now that we mention it.
Takes a backwards bounce.
Yeah,
It's going
absolutely.
to be picked up by number 6.
Yeah, not a very good punt at all for Davenport there, as Ridge starts in very favorable position, definitely in scoring position as well, 30. .28 to be exact. And you do not want to see Davenport collapsing here a little bit at the start of the second half. They're in the same formation that they scored the touchdown with, 2 running backs back there. And they swing back to number 3. They want to see if it works again. Finds a few gaps and gets a very healthy gain. It's going to be second and 4. A very healthy gain. They do trust number 3 a lot with this offense in general. They were utilizing him a lot in the first half as well. Second down and 4 here. I didn't understand the play, but the quarterback had the ball there. I was kind of tricked a little bit, and it's within the Davenport 10.
Quarterback able to find his man and reaches number 80. Picks up a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be first and goal here. Again in scoring position, putting Ridge very close to this game. If they score here, and then score the 2-point conversion, it's going to be a field goal game. Oh, and the defense reads it immediately. Great defense there. They ran commit the entire way, and they stopped the quarterback for a loss, 2nd and goal. They do not want to let them score again. Again, I asked the same question. If they get stopped here, do they go for the field goal and make it a 1-possession game? Or are they already too deep in their own goal line?
Smart move would be to go for the field goal, but this is high school football. They tend to be a bit more risky at this stage.
It's going to be a passing play. Get some separation.
Finds
It's going to be a
man.
touchdown. Had coverage at the start, but number 7 broke away. And it's going to be a touchdown for Ridge. And now they're climbing back. You do expect them to go for 2 here, obviously. But oh my gosh, a great touchdown pass there. Was with his receiver the whole way. He knew exactly
Able
what
to
he was
float
going
it
for.
right into the bucket of his man.
Oh, and they're going to kick it here. They do not plan on kicking any field goals today. So with the extra point, it's going to be 16-20. Of course, you prefer a field, a 2-point conversion there. But regardless, it is 2016. Davenport is still in front, but not by much.
Yeah, a big lead chewed down by the Bolts from going from 20-2 to now the Bolts having 15 points, definitely putting them back in contention for this game.
And as they kick it off, you'll see that Ridge, halfway through the 3rd quarter, cuts the lead. It's going to be another out-of-bounds kickoff, which starts at the 35. But like I was saying, Ridge cuts the lead from 11 to 4 in 6 minutes time. You do want to see Davenport get back into the ball game, get their offense going again. And especially their defense, they let up 2 scores here already. You definitely want to see that get contained.
Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 35.
We need one of the units to start performing, and it starts here on offense. It's going to be a run down the middle to get about medium gain. Yeah, it seems like Davenport really does not want to pass the ball in these 1st and 2nd downs here. Isaiah in the backfield. Second and medium, it's going to be another run play here. And like I said, and they just don't get it.
Taken down short of the 1st.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and short here. You can't see a run play here. They have very little yards to go. Gonna run back in the backfield. We'll see what they do. Might be a QB keeper. You never know. And it's gonna be a drop back. A bullet! Intercepted! Intercepted by Ridge. Oh my goodness, he read that to a T. You do not
tipped into the hands of the DB. Something you hate to see come out of the offense.
Not only that, you definitely do not see that often from a bullet pass. That might have been the first time this season that Aiden gets picked off of a bullet pass. He usually throws those on the money, but the defense was there the entire time to give Ridge the ball back. Absolutely beautiful defensive play from Ridge. And they get this ball back down by 4. That is not what you expected to see. The offense has just not been clicking after that first touchdown. Now Davenport's defense is back on the field. They need a big stop here, and they need it now. They need to get this football team back in the game because it looks like they're selling out the lead here. 20-16. 1st and 10 at the 45. It's going to be a running play by number 3 again, but it is red all the way. It's going to be a tackle for loss there. Good defense there. Second and 11 here. All right, good contain on the first down, but we'll see what they do here. The running game has been very potent, both with the quarterback and the running back. And it's going to be a throw here. Oh, it was
slips through the hands of number 21.
Yeah, no one there for the interception, though. No one really in the area, and it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Poor execution by the receiver on that play.
That's 3rd and 11 here. This is 3rd down, money down. They need this stop. Cannot let Ridge get a first down here. Running back in the backfield, but it seems like it's going to be a drop back. He scrambles to the right side. Might be a fumble there. The ball might have been moving forward. We'll see what they deem it. But it's a good defense nevertheless. The ball might have had forward progress, and it was a fumble.
The Broncos are going to take over the ball.
Yeah, great defense there. It was nearly called an incompletion, but the ball was not in forward progress when his arm was moving. So it's going to count as a fumble, and then Davenport has amazing field position here at the 40. This is exactly what the defense needed to do here. Give the offense a chance to score again and keep the momentum on their side.
The Broncos at a 1st and 10 on the 46.
It's going to be a handoff to number 4. Oh, he gets hit big, and he's still not on the floor, and now he is. Gets a few yards on the gain there. Second and 8, and you see they have not been drawing up anything special here, anything fancy. They do want to stick to the fundamentals. They feel like they're going to get too predictable otherwise. This will be second and about 8. Oh, and they made the defense jump. Smart play there. The cadence works again for Davenport.
That penalty brings the Broncos to a 2nd and 4 situation.
Do you expect a run here on 2nd and 4? The running game has been a little bit more capable of this in the second half, and it is going to be a run by number 4. It seems like they're going to get the first down off of that. A first down is what it's going to be. Now they're in prime scoring position. Take this lead right back up to 11. First and 10. It's going to be another run, and then they run commit and see it immediately.
Red by number 55, coming down hard on the running back.
Great defense here, and you can see the frustration there on number 4. Isaiah Pierre. Maybe he's a little frustrated in the O-line's blocking, but nevertheless, the D-line read the run the entire time. Yeah, Davenport's offense absolutely loves throwing the ball on first and 10, and they don't like doing anything too fancy in it.
Given to the running back again.
Middle
Gets tripped up in a sand pit.
Yeah, for a short gain. In all honesty, this field is not in the greatest condition, but it's definitely manageable here. Third and medium here, you're going to see a passing play. Yeah, but maybe you want to see those sand pits fixed before a game like this.
100%. Our field definitely has some care that needs to be done to it.
But we are a young program, of course. Oh, it's going to be third and long. Excuse me. Of course, it's going to be a passing play by Aiden. Kind of gets his foot stuck, and it's going to be a flag. He scrambles to the right side, gets the first.
Still going.
And it
looks like he reaches in for a touchdown.
But there's a penalty on the field. We'll see what it's on, but if the penalty is on the defense, then it's going to be a touchdown for Aiden. Holding on the offense, unfortunately. Wow, the offensive line stops a big gain and touchdown there, unfortunately. That's just something that you cannot let happen. That is definitely unexcusable. And what could have been a touchdown is now a third and nearly 20. Yeah, that's something that could not happen to Davenport's offense. Need to be more disciplined. Now it's third and very long here. You'd have to think that Aiden's options are limited in this position. We have been very bad on third and very long this season. Third and 18. Of course, going to be a passing play. Tries to find someone. The offensive line breaks. It's going to be a beautiful pass.
Makes it to another 7.
It's definitely go for it territory. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he changes it to fourth and short. Fourth and 7. It's definitely convertible, and they're definitely going to go for it. No sane team would punt in this field position. They don't get him to jump. They might call a timeout here to rerun the play. But it does not. Aiden talking to the offensive coordinator. It's going to be snapped. Drop back. Offensive line broken.
Taken down by the defense. Looks like the Bolts are going to take over the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be a sack. A beautiful sack on the defense as well. The offensive line has not been playing a great third quarter, to be completely honest. Of course, Aiden could have gotten the ball out sooner, but the wide receivers were not in a very great position. Not a great fourth down there, and it's going to be Ridge's ball, albeit in average field position. 1 or 2 plays probably left in this quarter, as there's 35 seconds left. Very, very frustrating for the offense there, but nevertheless, it is first and 10 for Ridge. A handoff to number 3 again. Tries the spin move, but 99 gets to him before he's able to. 98, excuse me. Great defense there. The defensive line has been active all game. Clock's winding down. They might not get another play in here.
Looks like we're about to see the end of the third quarter. Last play of the third quarter made by the Bolts. Both teams head to their sidelines. 20-16.
It's going to be advantage Broncos here.
Heading into the final quarter of the game, it is 20-16. Very close game indeed. Winnable by the Bolts, winnable by the Broncos. Whose side do you think this is going to go to?
Well, of course, I'm going to have to say the Davenport Broncos. I think they've played a more complete game today. They just let up a few big plays that they cannot let happen. So I do see the advantage definitely being on the Davenport Broncos. Definitely played a more complete game on offense and defense. What do you think?
I 100% agree with you there. The Broncos have played a more efficient game than the Bolts have.
Yeah, but they kind of reminded me a little bit of my professional football team. They just have to stop letting those big plays break through. Because those big plays can genuinely cost them the game as the fourth quarter is about to start. It's going to be a deep pass there. It doesn't seem like anyone's there. Nearly intercepted by number 6. It's going to be Giovanni Jimenez, definitely active on the ball, but could not bring it down. Good defense nevertheless. Could have been maybe the 5th turnover of the game for Davenport there. They definitely like getting that ball back there. But I am a very big fan of what's going on in this game. Very close. You know, plays are being called. It's kind of hard to see a football game like this from time to time. That's going to be a snap. The flag is out immediately. Might be a false start, and it is going to be a false start on the offense. Fortunate for Ridge there. Third and 15 there. They're in a very bad position, especially in their own territory. You'd have to think maybe in a drive or two this is go for a territory, but for now the quarter just started. Wouldn't necessarily go for it. If they do not convert, of course.
Not much hope on converting on this as their pass has not been very effective this whole game.
Absolutely not, other than the big plays that they get from time to time, both on run and passing. Gonna be a drop back here. Tries to find someone on the right side.
Looks like
Gambles.
he's gonna give it away.
Yeah,
Thrown to the ground, forced to a punting situation for the Bolts.
Yeah, not a very good play there. You want to see, if you're a fan of Ridge, you want to see that ball go out earlier to those trips. You set those trips up for a reason. You have to throw to it, especially since the offensive line gave him time. It's going to be a punt for Ridge here. And if I'm being honest, the quarterback definitely does have some passing ability, but he kind of reminds you a little bit more of a running back as well. That's going to be a bad punt here for Ridge, but with a good bounce.
Looks like 14 is going to pick it up off the ground and take it running.
Returned.
A flag on the field.
And gets tackled at about the 40. It's going to be a holding against Davenport, bringing it 10 yards back to where it originally started. I believe that's going to make it the 30. No, 43, excuse me. You do believe with how these defenses are playing, a touchdown could seal this ball game for either side. Now, Justin, do you think if they score on this drive, this ball game is nearly over?
I wouldn't say over. I would say it's more far from done if they score on this drive.
That's exactly how football works. It's 1st and 10. It's going to be a run play here by number 4. Finds a good gap before getting hit.
Because even if the Broncos do manage to score here, the Bulls still have a decent amount of time to put some points on the board.
Not only that, but they have scored there too on big plays. I think both of them, one of them were past the 50 and the other one was a big touchdown pass from the 20.
And the Bulls have been able to make their way into the red zone where they've been successful.
Yeah, it's going to be a jump there on the defensive line. Very easy to see. The only one moving. It's going to be offsides there. 5 yards, which might get them. It's going to be 2nd and 1 here. You're definitely going to see a run. But who knows? Ridge might run come in here. They might not get it. 2nd and 1. Oh, it's not. It's going to be a pass play on 2nd and 1.
Finds his man.
Seems to be number 2 on the catch. Gets the first down. A smart play to go to the check down there. Because Ridge might have saw the run coming, so they wanted to throw something short and get the first down easily. First and 10 at about the 44. It's going to be a run. Gets another healthy gain. Maybe 3 or 4 on the carry. Yeah, Isaiah Pierre's gotten a lot of touches here today. Maybe you should have seen that more often throughout the rest of the games. He does seem to be very efficient on his feet. The clock is running, and this is a good thing for Davenport here. 9 minutes left on the game. Second and about 7. That's going to be another throwing play from Aiden. They are playing a little bold as he scrambles to the left. Throws a bad ball.
Interception for the Bolts. It's going to be picked off by number 1.
And I'm just going to say it how it is. That's not a good throw. And that ball should not have left his hands. Or at least in bounds. I do not know what he was thinking there. The pass rush was there, and he was about 0.5 seconds away from being hit anyway. The ball definitely should not.
Poor decision to make. You know, he saw the defense coming down on him.
Absolutely.
And there was a little bit of panic in that throw.
Absolutely, but that ball has to go out of bounds there. You live to see another down. Every coach says that. And that's definitely one he wants back. It's going to be 2016 Ridge ball just inside their territory. You cannot stress enough how unfortunate of a play that was. Had a little time to scramble there, but he couldn't find anything. Nevertheless, good defense there from Ridge, of course. Excuse me, it's going to be a holding on Ridge. And it seems like it's going to be 3rd down Davenport, which negates the big interception there.
A fortunate turn of events for Davenport Broncos. Definitely a chance of redemption for Aiden George.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely very excruciating, to say at least, for Ridge. That was a free interception there, and the holding negates it. 1st and 10 with new life at the 30. It's going to be a run play there. Gets a healthy run for about 6 to 7 yards. Could be 1st down here. They give him the yardage. It's going to be 1st and 10 here in their own red zone.
Aiden's going to keep the ball.
To the left side for a healthy gain. Stays up.
Looks like a 2nd and 6 situation. My apologies, 2nd and 7.
One man in the backfield. Motion by number 2. Let's hand off to number 4. And a big hit by Ridge. Definitely does not want him to get the first down. It's going to be 3rd and short, I see. But with the running plays comes the clock getting killed. Which gives Ridge even less of a chance.
6 minutes and 30 to go in this ball game. Score is 20-16 in favor of the Broncos.
Absolutely. After this, if they don't get the touchdown, we get the first, it will be 1st and goal. You wonder, they seem like they're going to pass it here, but they might ponder on a run to let that clock run. Motion by number 2. And it is a pass off to number 2 as a flag is down. They did not get the first down yardage, but we'll see what the flag is on.
Looks like the flag is going to be holding on the Broncos offense. It's going to bring them back considerably.
So with that penalty, it's going to be 3rd and very long for the Broncos. Of course, in this territory, they're bound to go for it on 4th down. And it's a water break timeout. All right, Davenport's offense is back on the field now. Third and very long. We'll see what they do here, but it seems like it's going to be a pass nevertheless. They're worried about getting the first. It's a throw here. Drops back. A quick rush. And it's going to be a beautiful pass to number 2. Is that enough for the first? A beautiful play from Aiden George. And a beautiful route from number 2. Is that enough for Broncos? No, it's going to be 4th and incredibly short here.
Coming up just short of the first down.
4th and 1. One of the biggest plays in the game here. This essentially determines whether Ridge has a good chance of coming back in this game or not. with this 4th and 1.
And the Broncos are going to take the 3 points from a field goal.
Smart decision here from Davenport. And the field goal is low, and it is good. 23-16, and as we were saying, field goals are very, very good, and they should be kicked more in high school football. In my opinion.
100% agree. Points on the board is points on the board.
Absolutely. I do not think Ridge believes in that in the sense of they did not go for the 2-point conversion, so they had no mind in a field goal.
And let's not forget that this is the wagon wheel game. Whoever wins this will be going home with our trophy for the night, the wagon wheel.
And of course, bragging rights. There's 4:47 left on the game. You might see more passing here, wanting to save their time. The defense can finish this game off for Davenport. Davenport's ready to kick off. We don't want to see a good one here.
They try the
another
onside
kick.
Number 9's going to see it coming and take the ball. Right at the 50, I believe.
Don't understand the call there. Really, really don't. Definitely could have pinned them way farther back. But they go for the onside nevertheless.
Looks like Broncos wanted to take the chance to create a bigger dent in the scoreboard. Not really necessary, but
Absolutely not. I don't think that was a smart play at all. I think you could have pushed them 30 yards behind the 50. But they go for the onside kick and it fails. And now Rich starts off at midfield. They can all they need is one play. It's gonna be a swing pass to number 3. Tries to find some space before getting tackled, and a healthy gain by number 3. Second and 6 here. The clock is running though. Ridge has to be aware of this. Running plays are good, and it's definitely the most efficient part on offense, but they have to realize that a run, whether it runs out of bounds, as he runs inside, finds a lot of room, finds a good amount of room, one man to beat, and he pushes him out of bounds, and this is exactly what I'm saying.
that's a very good strength behind having a big QB like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can really make some gains off of a scramble.
Yeah, not only that, he did not fall down because number 6 on our team, he is a smaller safety compared to a bigger quarterback. It would be a harder tackle to make. And again, like I'm saying, Ridge, all they need is one play. And now they're in good position to tie this ball game up. They do want to think back to that onside kick. As it's 1st and 10. About the 27.
Number 2 is going to keep the ball again.
Oh, and he might get the...
Stays on his feet.
He stays on his feet. He's like, oh my goodness, he's breaking tackles.
Looks like he's trying to take matters into his own hands.
Oh my goodness.
Brought down within the 10-yard line.
Really made the Broncos gallop on that one. Broke off about 3 or 4 defenders there. They really, really, really wanted that. The quarterback seems like he has the clutch gene.
Looks like the Bolts have pulled something new out of their bag.
Absolutely 2 big plays by the quarterback there. You have to give him some credit. That's his 1st and goal there.
Quarterback's going to keep it again.
And it seems like it's going to be
and looks like he's
touchdown.
Good for the touchdown.
Bar the extra point, this is a tie ball game. And that's definitely what you don't want to see, considering the defense is... This whole season has definitely been our better unit, but they let up the points, unfortunately. And now, with the extra point, This game is
We're
tied
looking
up.
at a tie with 3 minutes and 18 seconds to spare in this match.
A timeout here.
Timeout called by Davenport. Let's see if the Bulls decide to go for a 2-point and take the lead.
I hope not, if I'm being completely honest. The defense has been sleeping all drive, to be completely fair. Are they going to go for it here? It seems like they're going for the 2-point conversion to take the lead here. It's going to be a motion.
Looks like they get the Broncos defense to jump off sides with that motion.
Oh my goodness. It's just mishap on top of mishap. Here. Very strange motion.
The way he remained chattering behind his O-line.
But it worked.
Was able to get a flinch out of the defense.
Now this prones them to maybe go for a 2-point conversion even more to take the lead here. That's exactly what they're doing. Looks more like a QB sneak formation. It's gonna be a motion.
Looked like they drew the same thing. Give it to number 3.
Does he get it? Does he get it? It seems like he doesn't get it. It's going to be a stop on the 2-point conversion with only 1 yard left. The goal line defense from Davenport might have just saved this ball game. Oh my goodness. Even with the penalty, they stopped them with 1 yard left to go. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
Not at all. An amazing stop.
2-point conversion good.
3-point conversion is good. They just switched it.
The officials rule that the 2-point conversion is good.
Oh my goodness, the referees were having a conversation. It seemed like Davenport might have stopped them. And now there's a lot of frustration on the sideline for Davenport.
Ridge now with a 1-point lead on the Broncos.
Oh my goodness.
3:17 left in this game.
What a game-changing call from the referees. They determined that it was a touchdown there. That is insane. And now it's 24-23. The situation is this. 3 minutes, 17 seconds left on the clock. The offense has the ball. They need at least 2 to win. Let's see if the offense has the clutch gene themselves. The ball game seems like it falls right on this drive, don't you think?
The ball game is all on the line here. The Broncos, this needs to be the one where they make their mark.
Yeah, absolutely. This needs to be the game that puts them on the map. – 24-23, 3:17 left on the clock. It seems like a stop would end this ball game. Maybe they go for the onside kick. They don't. It's a squib kick, nearly. Seems like it's trying to get returned. Gets a decent gain, goes nearly to midfield. It's going to be in their own territory. 3:10 left on the clock. About 55 yards left to go. Davenport offense, what are you made of?
We need an expert show of discipline here from the Broncos team and expert play calling from these coaches.
Absolutely, exactly what I was gonna say. You need to cooperate here. The offensive line, the receivers, the quarterback, the running back, the coaching staff. You need
maybe waiting until the third down to pass is not going to be the best situation for these coaches.
It seems like they need more passing plays on this drive, but it's gonna be a run. Now,
looks like Aiden's gonna keep it, take it up the left side.
That's a healthy gain there, about 5. A flag down on the play. If this is on Davenport, it is a killer.
Aiden George with the run on the play with a gain of 5 yards.
Well, the penalty brings them up 15 yards. There's a number of penalties that it could be. Personal foul, face mask maybe. Pass interference. Well, pass interference doesn't make sense. It was a run play, but there's a number of plays it could be. All right, 1st and 10 in their own territory. They have 3 minutes left to go. It's going to be a run. Finds his gaps. Gets a good gain there.
Very good gain from the Broncos. 2.5 yards. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in this ball game. A holding call against Davenport. A killer decision by the referees.
Definitely not on the referees. It seems like it would be on the offensive line. The referees can't choose whether the O-line holds or not, unfortunately. Well, technically, fortunately, but 1st and 20. We have had a history to not convert when it becomes very long. 2:42. We're hoping for a miracle.
A run here with a short amount of time to go does not seem like the best decision to make. But we do like to run on a 1st down. Looks like we're going for a pass. Aiden looking for his man, hasn't found him yet.
He might scramble, go out of bounds.
Keeping the ball.
Definitely goes
takes
out of
bounds.
Cuts down the run by a little bit. Second and 14 here. Not a great situation for Davenport. The ball needs to leave Aiden's hands here. Empty backfield. 2nd and 14. Tries to find someone on the trip side. Looks down the middle. Just high.
Just a tad high.
Honest. That pass needs to be completed, and there's no other way to say it. That pass absolutely needs to be completed. The receiver was definitely there, had some defense on him, but it could have been delivered better.
100%. 3rd and still very long for the Broncos. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left on the board.
They have 2 downs left. We'll see. 2:22 left to go.
This play right here needs to be the one where the completion is made.
Absolutely.
If not, it could be a lost ball game for the Broncos.
It's definitely a game that they did not want to throw away.
Keeping no one in the backfield. Only the O-line to block.
Drops back. Civil coverage gets some time. The offensive line gives them time.
Slings
the
it
ball
out.
deep. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my goodness! What a catch! Oh my gosh! He goes up with it. No!
Oh my goodness!
Shot!
Incomplete!
No! No!
I did not believe what just happened.
I am speechless. It was an amazing catch, but they ruled it out of bounds. Oh my God. 4th and 14 with the ball game on the line. That is absolutely heartbreaking. Drop back to pass. Scrambles to the right side, throws another deep ball. And it's incomplete.
This one's not going to connect. Looks like it's going to be a turnover on downs for the Broncos. The Bolts are going to take over this game with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Nearly is over.
23-24 with the Bolts leading.
Yeah, they're going to run out this clock. I'm not aware of how many timeouts Davenport has. Absolutely heartbreaking. Two minutes left in the ball game. He dropped it. Oh, it's gonna be a run here, and it's a healthy gain from Ridge. It seems like they have all the momentum. I think one first down is all it takes to finish this ball game. Yeah, as you can see, me and Justin are absolutely speechless at the outcome of this ball game. No words.
From an 18-point lead to Ridge leading by a singular point.
I believe it was only 11, but nevertheless. One first down is all they need. It looks like it's a healthy gain to make it 2nd and short. All right, first down ends this ball game.
A minute 12 left. Timeout on the field.
They have 2 timeouts left to go. So maybe if they get a first down here, I believe it'd still be over. .112 left to go. It's going to be 2nd and about 4. Does Ridge close this game out? Hand it off here. They stop him just short. Gets a few yards there, maybe 1 or 2, but it's going to be 3rd down.
The Broncos are going to call another timeout.
Yeah, of course. If they don't convert on 3rd down, do you think they go for the win and go for it on 4th down, or do they want to pin Davenport deep within the 10 or 5? What do you think the best move is here for Ridge?
It's decision down to the coaches. I would not suggest going for it on 4th down. Not that much time left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make a punt deep into the half of the Broncos and leave it to them to kill the clock.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that the Broncos would score with 95 yards to go on the field, especially with deep coverages for sure from the defense if it does come down to it. Definitely going to be a prevent defense there if it does come down to it, but they do need the first down to win. Wow. Insane. Insane how this turned out.
Minute 5 left to go.
Of course, it is going to be a run play here. We'll see if they can contain it. Motion.
A flag on the field.
It might be an offside since the play is still going. He gets the first down anyway. It seems like this ball game's over. But it's going to be on the offense here. Gives Davenport a chance.
Looks like it's going to be an illegal shift by the Bolts.
Finally got number 4 on that weird motion where he just parks behind the center in the left guard. This gives Davenport a chance. Of course, this definitely seems like punting range, though.
Less than a minute left to go.
Do you believe they throw it or run it here? They have to run it, right?
I believe they do what's necessary to make sure this clock goes down to 0.
Yeah, they do have to kill it. Davenport has 1 timeout left. It's going to be a run here by the quarterback.
QB's going to keep the ball.
Tries to get the first, and
stopped.
it's just short. Timeout's going to be called.
Timeout, Broncos. Broncos use up their last timeout.
Ridge just come in and sucked all the energy out of the crowd.
Do you think it was a good decision to use that timeout then?
Of course, they needed to. They need that time to score on offense. Yeah, absolutely. Just a game of mistakes that should not have been made for sure. There was definitely a winnable game. Down by 1. There's definitely different options we could have made.
4th and around 7 for the Bolts to go. Have not made their way back to the field yet. .51.5 seconds left to go in this game. 23-24, Bolts leading by a single point.
It seems like they're going to go for it here. If they get the first down, the game is over.
Broncos probably end up with the ball with around 40 to 30 seconds left.
The first down wins it. The sack!
Taken
gives
down
them a
by
chance.
number 1.
The sack gives them a chance. 45 seconds left on the clock, midfield.
45 seconds left.
3 is all they need.
Hopes and prayers the Broncos get within field goal
But
range.
they don't have any more timeouts. You have to think about it. The ball needs no more running plays. The ball needs to go out of bounds.
This is the time where Aiden can show us what metal he's really made out of.
47 yards. Ball game is definitely on the line here. Of course, empty backfield. The offensive line needs to connect with the quarterback. Wide receivers needs to get open. Of course, passes it on the... I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. The wide receiver definitely needs to be close to the baseline there. Needs to needs to save his time.
41.6.
Second and 10. Trips on the left side. Deep ball.
Couldn't find his man once again. He had some options there, especially with number 2. Looks like he had good separation.
Seems like Aiden's lost his aim in the waning seconds of this game.
35.7 left. Every player on this team wants it. They just need to execute.
Yeah, they're gassed. Not a lot of options here. 3rd and 10. We need basically a miracle. We'll see what they deliver for us. Low snap. The offensive lineman gets obliterated. The ball's going to go out of bounds, give him a little more yardage to go. It's going to be 4th and about 6.
Very minimal gain.
Yeah.
5 seconds just disappeared off of that clock. A valuable 5 seconds.
Yeah, the game's going to be on the line right here on the 4th and about 8.
A timeout's going to be made by Ridge. 30.4 seconds on the clock. Ridge leads still by 1 point.
Yeah, and then you look back at the 2-point conversion that was originally called no good, which practically just changed the entire game. But the the referees are right there on the line. You have to trust their call. This could potentially be the last play of the football game. Need 8 yards to keep the drive alive. Another low snap.
Big QB
Those
pressure.
are deep, and it's going to be an interception.
Interception by number 3.
That's going to be the end of this ball
It's
game.
taken down. Clock stopped at 20.2 seconds.
What
the
need?
Bolts are going to take the ball and end this ball game.
They're going to win the wagon wheel.
24-23.
And they're going to win the wagon wheel and bragging rights. Disappointing, and the players are frustrated, rightfully so. They definitely should be frustrated with themselves.
Very disappointing, especially seeing what a big lead they had come from as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a lead that's inexcusable to lose. And honestly, has us frustrated. Seeing a game like this that we definitely needed and wanted to win just slip out of the grasp, and it would have been the first win against our rivals, and it didn't happen today. Just too many mishaps. Embarrassing. But with one knee of this ball, Ridge is gonna have the record go up to 3-7, and it seems like the Broncos are gonna be 5-5 by the end of the season as the clock runs down on the knee. Great resilience from Ridge. A bad second half from Davenport. And the game is over. 24 Bolts, 23 Broncos. It's been fun commentating all these games for this season. It's been an honor to commentate here with me and my co-host. And thank you for watching. I'm Eric Tirado.
And Justin Medina.
We'll see you next time.